also has an eliminator. How do you do that?
1,000 horsepower supercharged 7.3 Godzilla motor.
Oh, dude! Oh, no way. I guess I paid $85 for some shrimp.
Thanks, Greg.
Chip this experience, baby. Jeez.
Oh, it started. That's a good sign.
Alright guys, day 2 at SEMA. So, had a little bit of a later start to get the video that you guys previously saw. If you haven't seen the first video that we did, definitely go ahead and check it out. I spent all morning uploading that for you guys. So we're at day 2. Day 2 for me, so it's Thursday. And we're gonna start off the video with a little bit of Ford action for you guys. This place is definitely popping today. So we're gonna be running the big camera today, so the audio and video will probably be a little bit better. But I am gonna run into Central Hall and meet up with some of the guys from SEMA Garage. And we're probably gonna be filming a couple segments with the specific vehicles in the Ford booth. And there's some cool stuff we wanna share. So let's get right to it. Yeah, this place is getting more crowded every single day, I'm noticing. But I wanted to check out some of the cars over here. I haven't seen this stuff yet. So Riley Sayers Firebird, and then they have an F100, so that's pretty cool. Damn. You like the wheels? Alright guys, so I'm here with my buddy Luis. You might remember we did a walk around of the Mavericks, which are sitting over there, which we'll go to later. But for right now, we have a really special project I want to share with you guys. So check this out. So what we have up on the stage, we'll walk up on here real quick. Tell us about this car and what it is and why it's special. So this is a 69 Mustang Fastback, obviously, but there's some special bits about it.
Right, so it's a 1969 Ford Mustang Fastback. Key highlight of it is it belongs to Keith Urban.
Yeah.
So we completely redid the entire car, complete resto mod build. From the ground up at the SEMA Garage in partnership and really with the help of all of the different aftermarket contributors. We're happy to work with them. With Ford Motor Company, we were able to basically strip it down to to the last nut and bolt and bring it back to life. There it is.
There it is. Let's take a little walk around of this thing, and I guess we'll start from front to back and just kind of highlight, I guess, some of the key parts about it.
Yeah, so you're gonna notice a couple of things here. So let's start off with the color. The color was custom formulated by PPG. It's a color that Keith Urban picked himself. He wanted to really go with something that wasn't so metallic-y, so we pulled all the metallic out of the paint. The way you describe this color is it changes depending on the lighting, right, and the shade. Right now, depending on the lighting that's on there, you get a little bit of a hint of a blue, sometimes a purple. Sometimes in direct slide, it turns completely black.
That's what I noticed.
So, that's what you really wanted to take away, right? You wanted something that was questionable, like, is that a blue? And so it is. If it's what kind of blue is it? And you'll notice throughout the car as we walk around, you're gonna notice a lot of hints of carbon fiber.
Yeah, and this, as you can see on the inside, this is actual real carbon. This isn't just an overlay.
Exactly. Next thing you're gonna notice is the wheels.
Yeah.
So custom cut from Forge line. These wheels, the design is very, very special because it's the same exact design that you find in a 2021 Ford Mustang Mach 1. With the help of Ford Motor Company, we were able to take the design from the Mach 1 wheel, and we were able to, get the proper offset, proper diameter to fit this vehicle, and there it is.
It looks really, really good. Do you know the size roughly?
It's 18 inches front and rear. Same.
Got it. Okay. Wow. Yeah, it definitely looks good.
Different size tires. So I believe the 245s in the front, 285s in the rear from Michelin tires.
I'm noticing painted bumpers that are tucked a little tighter, carbon lip.
Again, just like a modern car, we went ahead and painted them, same color to match the exterior of the body. But most importantly, we shaved off the bump. Normally, you would find these round-headed bolts that would be on here, right?
That I didn't notice.
This pattern that you see here is from a Mustang Mach 1.
I was going to say, it looks very familiar, yeah.
2021 model. I designed it to directly fit this vehicle, but again, with that 21 Mach 1 pattern, as well as to fit in around the high beam headlights there.
Yeah, it came out really, really good. I do like how it's retro, but you did integrate a new, not just a new vehicle, but a new Mustang into this car.
Right, exactly. So a little bit of that new modern Mustang feel into the classic 69. And if I didn't mention this already, that grille is 3D printed.
Yeah, it looks amazing. I mean, it's super uniform, and I think it fits the car for sure. That's awesome. So this is like a one-off piece as of right now to this
car. It's a one-off piece. Yeah.
That's killer.
It was just designed just to show the different services that we offer at SEMA Garage, because I started it off with 3D scanning. Took the 3D scanning, worked it into our CAD model, and then from the CAD model into the printer.
Awesome.
So
that's
again,
so cool.
Just a couple of the resources that we offer here at SEMA Garage.
Yeah, no, that's super cool. Awesome.
So inside you're gonna find all of the interior has been redone. In the center you have the center console from a 2019 Mustang GT.
I was noticing that, yeah. Oh yeah. And this was the exact engine that was kind of chilling there.
Exact same one, dressed up a little bit more, painted coil covers matching the vehicle, but with, if you notice, you have a little bit of accents of gloss, some matte finishes in there, the CNR cooling package, Willwood disc brakes all around, because the second that we go to the rear, you're going to notice that we actually have inboard brakes on this. In the way that we bring in all these different companies to develop, to contribute products into this vehicle, we work with all of our SEMA members, not just to promote them and to be able to contribute to a build like this and showcase it, we also help them with product development. So this is a new product that they're launching, and they have the opportunity to go ahead and fit it onto this vehicle, make adjustments to what needed before they go to full production with it. So
cool.
Again, we go full circle here. We try to help our members from the beginning all the way to a final product.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Dude, this came out absolutely incredible. Hats off to you guys over at SEMA Garage. I don't think I could have imagined a better Mustang being put together.
Thank you, man. And we're pleased. We're pleased with it. The owner's pleased with it.
Oh yeah.
Super happy.
Full shade bumper, no bolts.
Yeah, take a look at that. So
that seems
custom,
just awesome.
custom fitted in there, nice and flush.
Wow. Just the way everything, there's nothing poking out that's not supposed to.
Yeah. And we worked hard with our with our members, and I'm just forever grateful for the fact that they worked with us late night. Whenever we had issues, we would work it out with them, and we're just happy to promote it. It came out as a beautiful resto mod, and we couldn't be prouder.
I think for sure Keith Urban's going to enjoy this one, and you guys definitely did an amazing job. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
For the time.
Yeah,
hopefully we'll make a trip up there again. But yeah, SEMA Garage, they allow companies to get basically pre-production and access to being able to design a part on the computer from a stock vehicle and basically rework it any way they want, test fit it, and bring it into production, which is the big thing that SEMA Garage does for a lot of companies. So a lot of people at SEMA this year are very thankful in having their parts being built because of SEMA Garage. So massive shout out to those guys. What a great car.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Of course. All right, guys. So I have very specific times to be on and off stage. So right now, I am not allowed to be on stage, but I still wanted to share this with you guys for those of you guys who have not seen it. So I figure my audience is the ones that will enjoy this. So what we have here is, I believe it was the Illuminator. This is a 1979, it looks like F100 custom short bed. It's sitting on a roadster shop chassis, which you can barely see if I crouch down here. Way in the back to get the exposure up. You can barely see where it says roadster shop right there. And actually, if I keep going down here, you can see the whole rear suspension and coolers on this thing, as well as all the different coolers up in the front. This is a very special piece built by multiple companies. So obviously one being roadster shop, one shop did the wheels, the trim, the Cerakote, the powder coat, another person did the interior. There's a bunch of really special pieces. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to open the truck up. I already tried. I unfortunately don't know who owns the truck. We tried, trust me, I asked a million people. We did get to walk around it a little bit, which I'll put some overlay shots over, but we're not allowed to open the hood. The hood was the one I wanted to show you guys, but unfortunately we don't have access to it. It's not my truck, so I'm not gonna get up there and start opening it. But it's definitely interesting, to say the least. I don't want to say I don't like EV stuff, and I definitely like the truck, and I wanted to make that clear. It's a show truck, really, is what it is, and it was built in collaboration and trying to promote Ford's new electronic crate engine, which you can see over here. So you can see that guy sitting on the table over there. So that is the new crate engine, and you can see it makes 200, almost 300 horsepower. It makes about 300 foot-pounds of torque. It revs out to over 14,000 RPM and has a very interesting gear ratio, but I guess electronic motors can spin a lot higher. But it doesn't weigh very much. You can pick that thing up with your hands. Really interesting. So that, along with a bunch of batteries and coolers, is underneath the hood of this F100. And I'm actually curious to see how this truck performs. I would love to see videos and pictures of this thing actually getting out and ripping around, because I definitely think it would be a special one. So you can see as we walk over here, the Illuminator, it does actually have like a generic output and input shaft similar to what a combustion engine would have. So you can put, realistically, any generic transmission behind this thing, and that's the whole purpose. It's supposed to be a crate engine. So realistically, if you have a Mustang, an F100, a Pinto, whatever you want, you can swap this in and you can get, I think it was like around 250 plus miles of range. It depends on the weight of the vehicle and the gearing and whatnot. But it's definitely a cool piece to see. I don't know how people are going to take it, them putting it in a classic truck. So let me know down in the comments if you like it, you think it's dumb, think you would do it in your own vehicle someday. I'm actually curious to see where this goes in the next few years. Alrighty guys, finally made it outside. Just talked to Tremick, really cool booth over there. We're working on some stuff with the Galaxy, which you guys will see in 22. But we just walked right across the street here and I noticed this. This is actually really cool. I don't know, I've never seen it, so I figured I'd share it with the F100 guys. So this is a set of stock F100 rails, and it has a Crown Vic front end. That was the first thing I noticed, so I walked up to it. It looks like they have a full boxing end plate kit, as well as it looks like maybe a 4-link in the back. I don't know too much about it, but this is Gateway Mustang. So I think this is one of the new kits they're starting to come out with for an F100 chassis. And you can see the radius arm mounts. This is a tricky deal. Those are all ready to go. Seems like all you got to do is just weld them on. And then these box end plates, which are pretty rad. I know there's a couple guys that make these, and they do a really good job. The biggest thing that I've had issues with in the past is getting the bolts. Because if not, you have to go to like a hardware store or a wrecking yard and getting these bolts. So that's actually interesting. I've never seen a kit that comes with the bolts, so that's pretty interesting. It looks like they have a whole four-link kit that pretty much bolts on right here. Oh, dude, it's got Watts link. Yeah. It's got bolt-in Watts link. This is all the original holes right here. I'm assuming these are, oh, these are where the front leaf spring purchase were. Oh, no shit, it's all bolts in. Yeah, well, that's pretty cool. And then you have the center torque arm.
And then this takes up your trench cross member.
Yeah. And it looks like, from what I can see, besides the Crown Vic front end, everything else bolts in. Like the back end of this looks like it literally bolts in. Yeah, this is cool.
And it's all, you basically just knock the rivets off where the hangers have for the springs.
Yeah.
Bolt those on, and then there's a factory cross member there. You knock that out, and then you bolt this in. Then you bolt the brackets to it, and then that lines up the holes to drill through here, and then those bolts on. It's all just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. No, that's
Very clean setup.
Yeah. This is that same kit on this truck. See it underneath it. And there's no C-notch, which is really cool. So a lot of you guys that might be scared of cutting the frame, you don't have to. But this thing,
I think fits beautifully.
yeah, so this has an Illuminator 5.2 in it. Oh yeah, flat plane crank, this thing sounds wicked. See, I want to so bad in my truck, but I know everyone would hate me if I did it. I'm not, I will admit, I'll tell everyone now, I'm not gonna coyote swap my truck. I don't think I'll ever will. I don't think I'll ever put a modern engine in my own truck personally. But other vehicles, yeah. This one also has an illuminator. So this one actually shows it's got an illuminator. It's also got GT350 Recaros in it, and also a 256 Magnum. Yeah, this thing's super nice. Man. Imagine a world where you have an F-Series truck with a bed like that doesn't have a dent in it. Oh my gosh, what a life that must be like. Alright, so I'm here with Billy Longfellow from Air Design. Behind us, we actually have a very special vehicle which you guys have seen before. This is the exact same Ford Maverick that was at SEMA Garage. It's a little different. So, Billy, kind of run me from front to back on this and what you guys did.
Yeah, so you saw basically SEMA Garage when they were scanning it.
Yeah.
So this car was bone stock.
Okay.
So to clean this thing out, you can see like we painted the grills in gloss black. We painted gloss black and we color matched the tow hooks.
Yeah, I like that. Because everything was like textured before.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's all painted.
And take a look at the Ford emblem.
Yeah.
I took those all apart.
Yeah.
And I made it gloss black and chrome because you know the Ford blue doesn't go with this. So if we walk around the sides, you can see this is our fender flare.
Yeah.
So they come all textured because the bumpers come textured. So we had to take texture off everything. It's kind of like the Raceline wheels. They came flat black or satin black.
Yeah.
We glossed those out just to give it a little more pop.
Yeah.
On it, a little more premium.
Yeah.
Same thing with the fender bit. That's the stock right here.
Yeah.
I couldn't grind that off.
No.
So we just gloss black it. And then even the antenna we painted gloss black.
Oh yeah.
Now you can see we got the gloss black all along the bottom and it's going into the rear flare. On the back side you can see we did the same thing with the bumper.
Yep.
And then also this is our Air Design's tailgate applique.
I remember that was textured as well, yeah.
So you can see I did the same thing with the emblem, and then there's a little bit, so I put a little black decal in here so you don't see the hot pepper red. So it gives you like a seamless look. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Gives a little more depth.
Yeah. So the whole thing is, and then it's got the the twin bore lip, with their little black tips.
Oh yeah, there was no exhaust on it before. You can see the tips down there.
One of the things you can notice, like over here on the tires, since it was brand new, you didn't really have all the data on it. So I had the stock one. Then I got some from Toyota, from Open Country. So I just stuffed them in there, and then I used a little bit of what you call wheel space to pull it out a little bit more.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because our fender flares come out like 12 millimeters, a little less than a half inch. The underneath is the same as a Bronco Sport.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I got with Bill Sting and used their 1.5 inch level kit.
Okay.
So
yeah, I did notice it was lifted.
Yeah.
So it is lifted. Okay.
Yeah, so that I think it's pretty cool looking, It looks like an off-road car.
But it's not too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is nice. This is still, you can still drive it around the street, and it's not like, doesn't look like a street queen or it's like this big off-road
I think after
car.
all the functions it's got to go through the Ford and everything, I'm going to make this my daily driver.
I would.
Oh yeah, because being in San Diego, living down on the coast, everybody's going to love.
Oh yeah.
Because this car is really going to sell down in California.
San Diego, you got desert, mountains, beach all in one day.
Because you have no options. I mean, because this truck as a Ranger would be high 40s.
Yeah.
If it was F-150, it'd be 60 to 70.
Oh yeah, easy.
So you can put something on this thing and...
I mean, this is the highest trim level essentially you can put together for under 40 grand.
Exactly.
Brand new. that doesn't exist anymore.
You're correct.
So, yeah, that's crazy. Well, awesome job, dude. The thing came out amazing.
Thank you.
I'm definitely stoked to see
Frank.
it all come together. I'm here with Dave Tucci with Tucci Hot Rods. So we have the Ford Maverick, the street truck version, right next to me on this side. So we just did the off-road one. Now we're gonna flip it and show the differences on the street truck. So kind of tell me what you got going on here.
So it started out 2022 Maverick. This is the all-wheel drive 2.0 version.
Okay.
So what we wanted to do is we want to lower it, kind of widen the stance, give it more of a street truck, mini truck type look.
Yeah, modern mini truck.
All the fender flares, the front lip, the rear wing, and the fender vents are all 3D printed. And then we widen the stance just by putting a different offset wheel on it. And then all the turbo fans are all machined, like all the fins are all laser cut and assembled, and then the outside's formed, and then they all bolt together. It goes on top of the wheel. Color's been changed to something we came up with, something really different, but something that Ford would possibly use.
Yeah, you got the scanned in all electronically and built the lip on a computer and have that made.
Like that lip right there is probably 6 pieces.
Wow.
So it's all bonded together, and then we wrap them in carbon. And then to get the texture, there's actually a product to make that texture match the OE plastic texture. So that's what we really try to get as much OE looking. Yeah. And then because it'll look like you could buy it right from the factory.
That's what I was noticing is everything that's not blue matches the original texture. Yeah. Which is pretty cool.
So
well, that's awesome. I noticed it's got some race stuff going on inside.
Yeah, so we put 4 Recaros in it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
With a harness bar and everything built in.
But it looks stock.
Yeah, and we took another center console out of one of the, like a donor car, and moved it to the back, so we have actually a center console in the rear. Yeah. So it matches exactly the same.
Oh, because before it was almost like a bench. With
it was a bench, folding bench. So and we 3D scanned the floor and made all the mounting points, and then laser cut all the bracketry. So everything bolts to the factory bolt holes and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it looks like it belongs there. And then, like I was saying, crazy arrow, but it looks like it belongs. I mean, that looks like you buy it from the showroom. Like
we really spent a lot of time trying to get the grain to match and the sheen and everything. So
that's killer. I don't see this stuff very much anymore with the wings like that, and I think it fits this so perfectly. So I mean, I like how you did it like this instead of just another little duck.
And this we worked in conjunction with Ford and some of the Ford designers. So they had some of it drawn, and this is something I think they've been working on for a few years. They trusted us to take their ideas and then bring it to reality.
Yeah, I love it. Amazing.
Yeah,
awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, there you go. You got an off-road truck and a street truck. So Dave Tucci Tucci Hot Rods. All right, so we're gonna walk outside. We got a couple more things to check outside, and day two for me has already been crazy busy. I feel like I've been in this Ford booth for like all day, which I pretty much have. But we're gonna try to do some fun stuff, so let's get right to it. All right, so the last time I was at SEMA when Sean wasn't with me, the Toyota Tread Pass is the one thing that me and Michael wanted to go do, but we just never had the chance to do. And I really want to do it. And I'll show you guys. Basically, I'm gonna walk around every car here, and there's a reason for it. So let's get right into it. Everything here, all carbon, everything. Look at that. This is the kind of stuff you come to SEMA for. It's just so crazy. Look at this. Yeah. Oh my. Look at that. Look at that interior, dude. Look at the pedals. All right, so there's a couple specific vehicles that I wanted to look at here. It's the Ruffian 40, and this is a Tesla swap C10 built by, I believe, Savage Garage. Yeah, full flares. Tesla swap. That's insane. Yeah, pretty crazy. And I like the one-off carbon flare. That's actually pretty sick. I really like the diffuser a lot. Like, I would love that on my truck. This is very similar aesthetic to what I want on my own F100, but yeah, full custom dash in this thing. It actually has the Tesla screen, which you can see right there. Full quick release, sweet manufacturing column right there, full race column in it, pedal box, 305, 3520s. These are 20 squared. It's a squared setup on this thing. That's insane.
The car was initially designed by
Insane. All right, the Ruffian 40. This is probably one of my favorite builds that I've been watching. I believe this is a Super Performance GT40 GT40 that was basically completely stripped out, reworked. He handmade everything in the headlights on this car, flared it out. It is right-hand drive, and yeah, you can see it. I recommend actually going to his Instagram and watching the build because he has everything on it. and this thing is just absolutely insane. So I watched him make this entire scoop out of sheet metal with 1/8-inch steel rod, making these ovals here, and then had it fully molded in carbon. And this thing has an illuminator in it. See the coyote motor in it, and it has a full equal length exhaust he built himself. You can barely see it, but that comes all the way out to a quad tip in the back, so you can see it right here. And this thing sounds absolutely insane. It also, if I remember right, has a cutout to where the uppers are straight piped and the lowers go through these mufflers right here, which are basically very similar to the boxes that were in the actual GT40s, which is pretty crazy. So I don't remember how much wider this thing is in stock, but this is I can't even fathom how this car sounds.
Look how wide the tires are.
Yeah, I think it has a 335 on it, and it's look, it's stretched. 345. That's crazy.
That
dude.
is so wild.
Oh my god. That's a car one day I'd like to own, is try to do a GT40 style and then just do something wild like this. That's awesome. That's if I go to a Cars and Coffee, I want to see something like that. I recommend going to his Instagram because he just started building a 64 Galaxy and all of his cars look like these. So I cannot wait to see what he does with it. Alright, so this R32 is actually fully dressed in full carbon. The whole thing, look at this. I'm going to turn my exposure down just so that you can see it all. But the whole roof, doors, this entire car. Like, how do you do that? I don't understand how you do a full body in carbon. I mean, how do you take the roof off a car and reskin it? And then put it back on?
With something that's not metal.
You can't put body filler on it. How do you do all that?
It has to be perfect.
Well, like, you can just see this is the only seam. So basically, from this seam down, this entire quarter panel is one piece. And I believe, and look, it's flared. It's not stock width, it's flared out. You can see the whole thing's flared.
That means they made this whole car like...
They molded the entire car, and then skinned it, and then laid it in all carbon, and then put it back on.
Or they had to 3D scan it and then print the scans and then mold over the scans.
I don't know, it was one hell of a process, that's for sure. The panel gaps on this carbon line up better than half the cars in metal. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, even the floor.
Oh, the floor is too,
Oh, the floor is, that's awesome. Wow.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Oh, you know what? Did you get the back seat?
I like the center seats.
Can you open the hood?
Oh, wow.
That's why the front left was heavier, for sure.
Oh, my God.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
I found the only not carbon piece in the whole car. Wow. Well, our builds don't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. That's after that. I can't even. I don't even get how you do that. How the hell do you mold something like that? Oh yeah, this is the kind of Ferrari that I can get myself into. Liberty Walk. It is a 308. It just it pains me that this body kit is over $10,000.
Yeah.
And there really isn't a lot to it if you think about it, but it's so cool. Check out this interior. Fully cut out, fully caged, and then it's just all business. Look, your masters are relocated to right there. Full tilt and pedal box. This thing has an adjustable Heim right on the column. You have no passenger. Look at how everything's mounted though. It's like a spaceship. Whole car is one color, Lexan windows. I love the black trim. That is something that I need to do. That looks the best, I think. All right, so here's probably one of the coolest parts about when we're media and we have after-hour permits right now to walk around and film for you guys is look behind me. There is nobody in here.
It is quiet.
Yeah, it's very quiet. That's the biggest thing is I realized I was gonna put a lot more actual showing cars in the last video, but I realized you won't be able to hear me. So now we can look at basically whatever vehicles we want without a bunch of people around us. So we're basically gonna run around this place and find anything that we think is cool. And this is the part where you and I actually get to look at stuff we want to look at.
I know, we'll be here for a while. It'll be just...
Yeah, I mean, we have a permit till 9, so...
There's no one here and it is completely quiet.
Yeah, it was really sick because we walked up to the door to get in and one of the ladies was like, whoa, whoa, what are you doing? And then we're like, after hours. And she's like, really? And then it was fully signed off and everything. And we're like, huh, all right, we'll let you in. And I was like, hello, we're so official. Yeah. That's so cool. This is the original HKS drag car. It's got slicks in all four corners. I love when they bring out race cars that are like 30 years old, 20 years old.
Oh, that's the best.
And just wipe them down and then just pop on display.
They're like, yeah, race car.
Yeah. And a lot of people like actually recognize it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is so cool. Look, there's nobody here. Why didn't I try to do this yesterday? Oh my gosh. All right, so check this out. So this is something I noticed on a lot of the race cars, and if you guys have caught my drift, I want to do a very race car aesthetic on my red 64 Galaxy. So this is a Sweet manufacturing steering column, which you can see the Sweet right there, and I'm going to be running a digital tack on this car with the similar Sparco wheel, or a similar style Sparco wheel. And the way that these are mounted, they basically go right through where the gauges would normally sit, which is hard to see because I have to look through the glass. But I definitely think that aesthetic would look really cool in a street car. With a digital dash up top, because then I can kind of mount it wherever I want instead of trying to make a whole gauge cluster. But this is Odibashi's car. It's pretty rad because it has a full actual carbon dash. I don't even know how to process, because I know nothing about composites, to take the dash out of my car, mold it in carbon, and try to put it back together. I mean, that process is probably...
It's a very big process.
Yeah, I know there's like 8,000 steps to it, so. All right, so this is actually pretty cool from a YouTube perspective. I do look up to other content creators, which is pretty cool, and I see stuff like this. This is actually TJ Hunt's car, if you didn't know. And everything on the screen, every single car, so that was Chris Forsberg's car. There's Ricky Bodata, I think is his name, and then TJ Hunt, and then Dustin Williams. Look at all of these guys are social media influencers, and they basically now work with an oil manufacturer, which is really, really cool, to the point where Valvoline paid to wrap and ship TJ Hunt's car to SEMA, which is really rad. So it's like, the sky is the limit, really. If you know what you're doing, you can really take this and actually make it a livable income, which is really sick to see what you can do with it, because they're all started at somewhere, you know, at one point or another. But yeah, it's cool to see. So now we can finally get a shot of this thing without a bunch of people around it besides Sean. But like we were saying last time, this is a truck that belongs in SEMA.
This thing is insane.
Yeah.
1,000 horsepower, supercharged 7.3 Godzilla motor.
Godzilla in it. A lifted solid axle crew bump that doesn't have a 12 valve in it.
Insane.
Shocking, right?
Even though I really want one.
I think we all want one, honestly. Dude, this is literally the most baller 66, 67 Charger I've ever seen. Fenders moved outward, so it's flared out. 3 in the rear, 1 in the front, chop. I could swear, yeah, see? Right there. I was right. He made it more of a fastback. It like slopes back properly. It kind of looks like the back end of a Torino. It's like super flat. All the Mopar guys probably get so pissed I just said that.
There is no one here.
Now that's something I definitely didn't think I was gonna be able to say. Look at that, it's dark. SEMA in the dark is a vibe right now. Oh my gosh.
Sick.
That's actually pretty cool. That's something not a lot of people get to do either, which is really rad. We were inside, coming outside, and now we get to see basically everything with the last little bit of good lighting that we got left. Definitely weird. Feels like you're not supposed to be here, but you're like, I am. I technically am for once.
Totally allowed to be.
So we're gonna try to see if we can link up with Solomon. I think they're all hanging out over at Hoonigan taking some photos, so we're gonna cruise back over there. Think they got their car on fire again?
Possible.
Probably. Scooter brother! Oh yeah!
You guys think this is cool?
Yeah?
Hold on. Let's do some two-wheel motion.
This guy, reppin'.
This thing rips, dude. Look at this shit.
Cool wheelies. Oh, there we go.
The problem is, as soon as you get it up on the wheels, it wants to...
Nice. Dude, it is so much better. When there's not a bunch of people all around, you're actually like being able to see a car and not have like a bunch of people trying to mess up your shot.
Yeah, man.
Mind-blowing, absolutely.
It's literally the best part. You've been inside yet?
Yeah, that's where we were like, dude, there's nobody in here. It's like a ghost town.
I'm just finishing up shooting some stuff outside. I'm gonna go back in. But, you know, we gotta let them know. If you guys want to check it out, Ford era.
There you go.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
On the scooter.
On the scooter. Scooter brother.
Half as good a content as Craig, but it's okay.
Well, I'm gonna jump away with a 250. With a can of White Claws.
Oh yeah, excuse me, I gotta try to get that. Oh, come on.
Give me your best three-wheel right now.
Yo, hit the corner, watch what happens.
Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, there it is. Nice. Just out the LSD on that thing.
Why is it as soon as it touches ground,
It's not pausing for the other
It's not happy about it. It clicks pretty hard. Rescue for tow guy again?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. It's already at least I didn't break it or Hutch. It's not us.
It won't wreck anything.
So,
yeah, you guys are great at breaking stuff.
He's great at breaking stuff.
What? I did not do this. What? It started. That's a good sign. No, it's good.
Tranny of that thing is just wiped out right now.
Go forward.
Oh my God, dude. That's a little louder than my truck.
I can't hear you. What?
I was behind it.
Huh? I can't hear you.
Yeah,
What?
exactly. All right, so now we finally get to take a look at this thing with not a bunch of people around it. So this is Brad DeBerti's, I believe it's like a tire slayer kind of deal. But we were looking at this yesterday, but my mic wasn't plugged in. But yeah, we finally get to take a look at some of the different cars. One of which being the DeBerti's, I believe it's like a tire slayer. I don't know what the actual name of it, but the amount of craftsmanship that went into this thing is absolutely unreal. So you can see we got our boy Muncie Speed out here. See right there it is. Got the carbon door panels in it. Yes, awesome. That looks good. And then I think this thing has a big block in it. I don't really know. Yeah, just kind of funky, wide body, very, let's build what nobody else has ever thought of building before, and I actually really like it. I mean, look at that, dual battery, Watts link, totally pass-through axle setup. I think there's a Curry's. Yeah, this thing's got some seriously nice parts on it. Is it Battle of the Builder cars?
Yeah, these are the top 12 Battle of the Builder cars. I mean, there's more around, but these are the ones that are in this building. So they're leaving because they're all moving over to the spot.
Oh, okay.
So we get a sneak peek of who is there for all of you people that follow the Craig 909.
When it uploads and the winner's actually announced, so like it matters. But yes.
Don't forget to get your 919 merch.
909.
909?
Yeah.
I thought it was 919.
09.
On my shirt. Yeah, but I always thought
He can't read. Jeez. That is a nice car.
All right, everybody. So we're over here at night, having fun.
This is what you
But
do.
Craig and Sean.
The Chip Foose experience, baby. See you later, nerd. Damn. Dude, there's so much stuff in here. I think I should use this like a racetrack and see how fast I can go between all the cars. Yeah, that would look real good.
You know what's crazy, dude? When I was a kid, I remember watching like rides and they were covering SEMA, and Chip Foose was walking around at night at SEMA, and now it's me and you. And
I stole your scooter.
Chip Foose's spot.
In Chip Foose's spot. It's crazy. Life has come full circle.
It has, yeah. Hey guys, so one of the F100s that I need to like actually go in depth with you guys, because I mean, there's some good ones. Terra Crew did a really good video on this truck, so I'd look at it if you want some more specs on it. But this is in its full show trim. So this is Mike OBS's truck. It's sitting on 40s. RJ Fab built the whole thing. I can't remember you remember the name of the shop that painted it? We met the dude yesterday, but spacing out on it, but it's full Viper red, been completely done. I'm gonna crawl under it real quick. Yeah, this is a full show truck. So sorry to Mike, but I probably wouldn't want to take this in the dirt. I don't even care. I'll expose myself. I would not be taking this in the dirt. I would street queen, not happening.
No, you can't.
Dude, the amount of money that went into it and the time. I mean, not even the money at that point. It's literally how much time has been put into this truck.
Things on look at the precision on the fiberglass on the spares.
Yeah. I mean, the paint
The
work
little
is...
knobbies on the tires stick above the fiberglass.
Yeah. And I mean, that's flat. You take it in the dirt once. Yeah, look at that little guy right there.
Like, it's just resting on the fiberglass.
So if you take it in the dirt once, it's going to chip the fiberglass. Like an actual big fat jump or rip or one desert trip, it's going to start, things are going to start...
Things are going to vibrate.
You're going to chip the bed sides. Look, there's not a scratch. This part of the bed side on off-road trucks gets hammered from the front tire, and there's nothing on it. It's spotless, which you never see. And all the panel gaps are perfect, which is unreal for fiberglass.
Literally perfect.
It's full tinted out. The interior on is pristine. I'll have to hook up with Mike one day and do an actual video with this truck. Yeah, underneath it, I'll actually literally just crawl right underneath this thing. See, it actually does have a Ford in it. I don't remember what tranny's in it. I think it's a C6 or a Turbo 400. Full Curry 9, I believe, is what's under this. Oh, this does have Willwood. It's got Willwood all four corners. Tall deck Windsor. Massive 4.0s at least. I don't remember the actual year of this. It's 76, 77 grill. See, Sean, this is definitely what we need to do yours, is go ahead and put the lights on it in the grill like this.
I fully plan to do that.
And see, he has this nice, pretty show car grill. But the one thing, if I have to, because it's SEMA and I think it's funny, if I'm gonna pick apart anything, it's missing the letters in the grill. It's the only thing I see that's not there. But it's not like it's a bad thing. But yeah, it's the only thing that's missing in the entire build. Gotta pick something apart on every little vehicle. But now, realistically, Mike, Awesome truck. RJ did a badass job building it. He'll be here one day with yours, right? I don't even know if I'd want you to build it in that caliber.
I don't want to.
So
I mean, you can't rip this thing.
you could, but man, it's
nice.
a lot of money to throw away when something
just
happens.
too nice.
I mean, can you imagine swiping a bush with that bedside? I'd be pissed. But
I mean,
I don't know. RJ's is just as nice, and he does beat on it. So
I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, I don't either.
Or fab skills, for that matter.
All right, guys, ready to party or what?
You guys already let the dogs out?
We don't need no sneaking badges.
Alrighty. Gramps and his idiots children's got into a penthouse. You can see the floors in this place. Yeah, you dressed for success, eh?
I have a Ford Design Award.
For design award, I don't need to dress up.
Yeah, we are. Let's be on the rail.
Big mom, man.
This is the fanciest place I've been in my life.
No, we are dressed for success.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Where's the bar?
Look at that. Oh, no way. Dude, the ice. Big ice.
We are AWS.
Sean, who the hell let us in here?
I don't know, but I should have.
Big baller. Look at this. We got a pool on the roof. On top of West.
It is really high up.
Oh yeah.
This is the craziest place I've ever been.
I don't know why. I did pay money for this, so I guess I paid $85 for some shrimp.
Thanks, Craig.
And them, yeah, you're welcome.
On your shirt tails, no biggie.
Story of my life.
Nice. Dude, look at this place though, it's rad. Wow. Damn, dude. Oh my god. This is the man that just won the Ford Design Award and the brand new Bronco.
Check it out.
Big pimpin'.
Penthouse.
Penthouse.
I got you guys, though, don't worry.
They have like display water, which I mean, it's for the guests, and I'm a guest, so I'm gonna take it. But like, is it just like?
Nope, no roofie.
That's water, right?
No roofie.
It's like a $5 bottle of water, dude. I'm taking it, man.
Am I getting in trouble for drinking this?
No, we're guests. You're in a penthouse as a guest. Drink your water.
Hang on. Wind it out, pinky out.
It's got a walk-in in the fucking shower. Dude, there's a walk-in in the walk-in.
Alright, now how you do? Oh!
You know what that is, right?
Put your shoe on. Oh! Steeler side.
I've never actually wanted to take a shower in my life, and now I do. Wait,
Excuse me, I'm taking a shit over here. What? Hey!
Oh, that shit hurt. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. He just hits the gravel.
You said hit the bushes.
It's 1:30 in the morning. Wait,
Hang on.
1:30 in the
With the
morning.
scooter, not with your knees. Fucker did ejectocito, cuz.
Oh, dude!
Oh, look at that frozen skill.
Oh my god.
Dude, you paid money for that scooter. You're getting your money's worth, ain't you?
Blew the side
Hold
off.
on, I'm coming through.
Oh
Oh!
my god, dude. All right, guys, finally back at the hotel. It's the next day, actually. That was day 2 was just crazy, absolutely wild. Just every step and every hour it just became different. You know, we were walking around afterwards because we had our after hours passes. All the daily driven exotics guys were in the back of Hoonigan. They were messing with the Lamborghini that broke. I think they broke a front diff on that car. And then basically walked through the whole SEMA area with nobody in it, which was pretty cool. And then went to a penthouse suite in the top of the Westgate for like an executive party, which I did actually technically legit get into. I paid for that. So we were actually allowed to go in. We didn't just sneak in, I promise. That was a bunch of fun. So we're gonna pick up with day 3 tomorrow. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did enjoy it, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Day 3 is gonna be even crazier, so stay tuned for that. See you guys in that video. Bye, guys.